Hello everyone. Happy Tuesday, or whatever day it happens to be while you're watching this. Today's Tuesday. I think I sent my email last week on Tuesday too. I seem to be not hitting my Monday targets, but we're gonna go with it because, well, we just are. So I am looking at my email marketing plan for January, and we are on 1D, the fourth week here, and we want to share a little bit about what platforms should I post my content to. But I've had a lot of interesting discussions over the last week about social media burnout and how to choose the right platforms and all of that stuff. So instead of what platforms should I post to, we are going to talk today about what platforms should we even be on and how to make that choice. So here's my presentation that I did quickly because I'm looking at the time. It's 1:56 and I have a call at 2 p.m. So I have 4 minutes to jump through this stuff with you guys today. So we were talking about how to choose your focus, what social media platform or platforms to be on for your business and why. So the first thing is, why is it important to pick your platforms thoughtfully? This might be something you recognize or not of yourself and your business, but we're finding more and more that it's these new platforms keep launching, and it's really tough to be active on every single one. That's really what it comes down to, is how much time do you have in a day, a week, a month, a quarter to dedicate to your social media marketing. And I'm not talking about just posting content like I typically am in my demos. I'm talking about actually engaging and growing a community online. So we all have the same 24 hours in a day, and if you're like me and you have multiple kids running around at home, you have very little time left for marketing activities. So you have to be incredibly thoughtful about which ones you really want to invest your time into. So I searched social media burnout, or I think I just typed in like person experiencing burnout, and I came across this stock photo and I thought it was kind of funny. So I'm saying, social media burnout, anyone? So I don't know if you're feeling like this. It seems like a lot of people are, because these are conversations that are happening a lot when I'm doing my free coffee chats. People are saying like, I just want to outsource my content because I feel so burnt out by social media. I think that comes from different places for people. Sometimes it's they feel like they're in this like content hamster wheel and they're trying to create, and they don't have any time to engage or do anything else in their business, so they're feeling burnt out. For other people, it's kind of like the negative, like everything that's happening and being posted on social media, that they're just feeling so like, I don't want to be there. It's a negative space. So maybe we can do another demo about that, how to detox your social media and your groups and all that another time. But for right now, we're talking about which platform to focus on. So anyways, this whole burnout image is just supposed to kind of get that idea in your head, like, okay, if you're feeling like this, maybe you're trying to be in too many places at one time and it's just really hard to focus. So if it is taking you 5 to 10 hours a week or more to create content, and I'm not even counting engaging on social media for your business, then you need two things. You need a system to get it done faster, or you need to pare down what you're doing so you can focus on other things. Now this 5 to 10 hours timeline here, this is an average. When we get on consultations and we ask people how long it takes them to create content for their business every week, that's the average, is 5 to 10 hours. Most people sitting around 5 hours, but some people around 10. So in any case, even 5 hours a week is like way too much. Maybe 1 to 2 hours max a week you should spend on creating content. And then the rest of the time, you do whatever it is that you want to do, but not create social content. So the first, the goal of this is to find out, if you want to pick where to focus your time, well, you have to find out like where your audience is even hanging out online. So sometimes people will say, oh, go be on Facebook because the most amount of people are on Facebook, or, oh, you should be on TikTok because it's the fastest growing channel, or whatever. But really, does it matter how many users that network has if your particular people aren't there? Probably not, right? So my first piece of advice would be, go to Google and search social media marketing platforms and demographics, and find through some articles and read through and figure out the demographic of your audience. Where are they actually hanging out online? That should be your first big point. And then the next point is, what are your competitors doing? So this image kind of spoke to me. I see all these like guys climbing these ladders, and I feel like they're trying to just like go at it alone. They're carving their own path, which is cool. Carve your own path, but without burning yourself out like that other image. And then this guy in the middle, I pretend like his competitor is like up here at the top. The number one guy in the industry is up here. So he's like, I'm just gonna like climb his ladder a little bit. So he's gonna get to the top, whatever the top means for him, certainly before these guys that are trying to like jump on halfway through or get to their top and then that's it. They've hit their ceiling. So when you're looking at researching your competitors, you want to look at what platforms they're using, because maybe they've figured out where their audience is, and maybe that's your audience as well. And you want to look at what's working and not working for them. So if they have, let's say Twitter, for example. Twitter for me doesn't do a whole lot for my business. So if you were to go there, you would see like, okay, she has some followers, but not a lot goes on over here. You could probably chalk that up to that's not working. We have other reasons we post over there, but they are not for social media engagement. So look at what your competitors are doing, what platforms they're using, what's working, what's not working, and then how engaged is the audience on each of those channels. So that's what you want to do. And then the last thing to consider is what available resources do you have? So if you are a solopreneur and it's not in the budget for you to hire someone to do any of these things, then maybe you do have to pick one platform and you stick to that. Or do you have a virtual assistant that you could write copy and they can design images and post it out for you? Or do you have the marketing budget to hire an agency? Look at what available resources you have, and then you can determine what, if you can be on multiple platforms and how much content you can create and the goal behind it. And last but not least, what can you do if you want to be on multiple platforms? So if you want to be like me and have your content posted in 5 to 6 different places at once, you're going to have to look at some different ways to be faster at what you do. So the first one, you're going to map out your content plan in advance. We have a free content calendar if you need it, ask us for it. The second thing, you're going to batch create posts wherever you can. You can still log in and create things in the moment when you feel inspired, but batch creating is key. Use tools like Canva and Google Docs that can help you design stuff faster and store your content. Number 4, collaborate with other creators or team members to share the workload. So you might find other people, and maybe they're even competitors, but people that are in your industry that might want to do some type of social media collaboration, and then use scheduling tools. So that will help you as well. So that's it. I tried to keep today short and sweet. It's 2:02, so I'm over time. I have to jump off and hop on one of my free coffee chats on Zoom. But if you want help, let's hop on Zoom together. And the way you can do that is by going to emptydesksolutions.ca, click this little work with me tab, and then click this 10-minute coffee chat. And then if you scroll over to February, you will see the available dates and times for calls. Okay, thanks everyone. Have an awesome week.